Welcome back. It's Sunday again, and if you're here, you probably already know I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I am here today working on my space fantasy that I started back in November with NaNoWriMo because it's not done yet. Oh, and I'm talking to myself. Oh no. Okay, we'll just stop that now. What? I closed the... Give me a second. Okay, I did not realize I had a close all other tabs option, and so I closed everything except the tab I was aiming for. So that was exciting, and I have hair on my chapstick. Okay, phew, rescued. So hello, let's see, anything thrilling and exciting this week? My dad is still doing well. My niece is getting bigger and staying awake for, 10-minute intervals. She went for her first, I was about to say walk, but I guess stroller visit today. So that went well. She napped through most of it. I got to see baby goats yesterday. They were 6 days old and they were adorable. And I hugged them and I petted them, and I made the major mistake of snorkeling them, which is like, when you put your face in their wool and you're like, oh, you're so cute. And then I had a contact rash on my face, and my allergies are still going haywire. So I washed my face and it got better. And then I put the overshirt back on, and then I leaned against my arm and lived to regret it. But if you see now, no rash on my face, much better. I don't wear foundation, so I'm not hiding anything here. So yeah, that was my yesterday. So that was exciting. I also watched for the first time in like 20 years The Mummy, so that was fun. So let me pop over into the comments and see who is here. And Ward stopped by to say hi. Doc is here. Hello. Andy is here. And Bury Bad Books. Triple B. Hello and welcome. So glad y'all all made it out on this lovely Sunday afternoon. Let me know what you're working on. I have no snacks, so I don't know how effective today will be. I was going to swing by the store, but it's a Sunday afternoon and it was crowded, and I was like, nope. Doc asks if I'm allergic to the wool or something else. I may be sensitive to the wool, but I know I'm allergic to Timothy hay. Their bedding / snacks because they eat hay. So, yeah, that was maybe not my smartest move ever. I will in the future hug the baby goats and then strip off that like overshirt and dump it in the wash. I will not bury my face in their cute adorableness. But I mean, they're a week old. They're bounding in the yard, so it's not. They're most snuggly the first week. After that, they're tons of fun to play with, but they like being on top of things and jumping around. And the great Elkweiler puppy, who is what I can't remember what she's half, but she's part Great Dane, part Elkweiler, and Elkhound, and part Rottweiler. And she's about 80, 90 pounds. She is very upset that she doesn't get to play with the goat puppies because there's goat puppies and it's super exciting and she wants to play with them. But they let her play with one of the goat puppies once, and she wanted to play I nom your head and then you come nom me, and the goat wasn't interested in playing. And so she doesn't get to play with the goat puppies. She instead runs up and down the fence until, she strains her knee again and is panting for the next 45 minutes after she's sent inside to calm down, because goat puppies are super exciting for a puppy girl. I'm very sad that she doesn't get to play with them, but you know, adult goats are boring. It's a trial. It's a trial being a farm puppy. So let's see. Popping into the comments, Triple B is re-editing the first 4 chapters. Whee! Oh, the re-edits. Life is re-editing. Doc has a big jar of Jelly Bellies delivered from Costco. Nice. So a snack prepared. Andy is working on a polished edit for a short story and jumping into another one, or at least plotting it. I've been asked, what does my shirt say? It says, I'm an author. Ask me about my book. So, you know. Oh, and the bottom is just doodly feathers. And Doc is working on Kindred of Kali again. Still, I mean, life is editing. It's how, you know, the writer's world works. So yeah, awesome. So glad y'all all swung by. Might even, you know, be productive today. Who knows? No promises. No promises. So yeah. Let's see. Anything else thrilling and exciting? We're in March. So, you know, that's exciting. And I know I will be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of quarantine, because the day before quarantine kicked off, I went to a friend's D&D game and I had pie because it was Pie Day. So the day after Pie Day is the 1-year anniversary of the new normal or whatever. So, hey, Barna, good to see you. Barna's going to hang out with us and hopefully edit about 90 pages from an old manuscript he's going back to work on. So, oof, that's a lot to cut. So good luck and best wishes. So, are people ready to sprint? Is that what we're here for? So let's see if I can share my screen, share my audio, select the proper tab. Okay, do we feel like being productive? Let's go ahead and get some words in 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're back. So let me see how many words I got there. I got 270 words. I was typing and I did get a little distracted because I reached out to my cousin about planning her baby shower because she's due next month because that's how my life is right now. So I see that Sarah swung by. Hello and welcome. She's working on a video, only has an hour and a half of footage left to sort through. So that's awesome. Let me know how your sprint went. I don't feel too bad about 270 words. That's, progress. Definitely working with it. So, yeah. Andy's making good progress. He's on the last 2 pages of the short story he was editing. Almost done with this one and ready to start writing the next or plotting it, I think he said. So awesome. Sarah says she got through the hardest part of the editing. Woo! So, yay, that's awesome and super encouraging. So, I do know video editing because I am lazy, very lazy. Totally not my jam. So, maybe someday it could happen, but right now, not so much. Doc got 1,144 words edited and found a section he'd somehow skipped on gun etiquette. They haven't already covered all the gun etiquettes? Or is there someone new to teach gun etiquette to? Good question. I guess I'll have to wait and read it to find out. Andy says, woo, Sarah. He was doing reshoots and rough assembly for his blog. So awesome. People who actually, do stuff on the tech end, not just scripting. I script my stuff. I practice, but yeah. So, Doc says he missed how to load bullets, had to write about 200 words. I get that. It's pretty... can be, a little tricky. Depends on the weapon and, the caliber and all that fun, happy stuff. So cool. It might be snack time soon. It might be. Oh, hello. We have a Lizzie. Hello and welcome. We just wrapped up our first sprint and I was seeing how everybody's sprint went and all that fun, happy stuff. So I think Sako usually joins me, but she was live streaming all yesterday as a fundraiser for her mother's treatment. So I think I have the link down below if anybody is interested in helping Sako help her family pay surprise medical bills, because those are everybody's favorite. Lizzie hasn't been writing, and this is usually her dinner time. I hear that. It's a little on the early side for me personally, but by the time we end, I'm usually pretty hungry. Hence me usually getting a snack in the middle of this sprint or, the live stream. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, what is Lizzie working on? Lizzie is currently working on her excuse for her 7th book with 4 love interests and horrible people as characters. Dun, dun, dun. So, are they polyamorous? Can she pick more than 2? I don't know. Lizzie says that Sunday is mac and cheese day. I totally get that, except the whole lactose intolerant thing, which is less fun than one might hope. So I'm hoping to someday no longer be lactose intolerant again. So fingers crossed, right? It just means you eat a lot of yogurt and probiotics, right? Yeah, hope springs eternal. what you gonna do? So yeah, oh, Eva swung by. Hello, Eva. I just finished well, I'm in the middle of having one of my characters and her daughter and a couple of the family members escape the planet because a tsunami is on its way. I hope it's not too totally unrealistic that they can evacuate in under 30 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see. It's working. I like it. And it's her daughter's first time off planet. So super exciting. They're going to go check on the family ship that's in orbit and missing some sails because, you know, you sail the aether between worlds because space fantasy. Woohoo. So yeah, that's where I am. And oh, hey, Sako did show up. Well, I'm gonna pop her in. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
I hope that was a decent warning before I popped you in. I thought you were recovering from the live stream of doom.
This is far more chill than my live stream of doom. This is far more relaxed.
I mean, but lazy's in the title.
Exactly.
So, it sounded like it went really well.
It went well enough. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then I've got another one coming up on the 15th where I'm drawing portraits of people's book characters.
Oh, fun. How much is the buy-in for that one?
$5.
Oh, $5? Just $5?
Just $5.
Okay, well.
$5 to get on the queue.
We're gonna, yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna take advantage of this.
I've seen Sako art. I'm all in there.
They're gonna be busts, so I should be able to.
Right. Now I just have to figure out exactly which character.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
How about all of them?
Right. So, how is your hand? I mean, that was a lot of art yesterday.
They are actually doing pretty good. I stopped every once in a while and did stretches and at the behest of the people watching, basically like, hey, you should stop and stretch. And I was like, you're absolutely right. I really should.
Oh, goodness. So I visited baby goats yesterday. I was telling them on the stream earlier.
Oh, that's amazing.
Forgot that I'm allergic to, their bedding and nuzzled my face in there and had a rash all over my face yesterday. It was glorious. I washed it off. It went away, but my sinuses went crazy. And then I put like the overshirt back on. And I guess leaned against my shoulder.
Oh no! And it started all over again.
It was not my favorite day. So note to self: visit baby goats, pet baby goats, strip off clothes, and wash hands as soon as I get inside. So.
Yes, definitely that.
Yeah. So that was not my smartest move, but I don't remember being this allergic last year.
It might also be something that's in their fur, like they picked up pollen or they picked up grass or something like that.
I mean, these are the brand new ones that had not been outside yet, that had just been in the barn.
Oh, then I guess you're allergic to baby goats.
I know, it was rough. So Eva is saying that your savvy and arcade illustration was amazing.
That $5 stick figure picture.
Awesome.
Stick figures.
Right.
I love doing stick figures if I have the opportunity.
Yeah. And Doc would love to live someplace where you don't have to do fundraisers to pay for medical treatment.
Amen to that, Doc.
I think we're all there. So is the treatment going okay?
Treatment's going great.
Okay. Good.
Like we've been able to basically keep up with the treatments, and she's responding really well. Her hemocrit is down, her white blood cell count is down, her red blood cell count is up. She's feeling awesome. So
That's so good. That's really,
yeah, and she wanted me to express how thankful she was that everybody like supported her yesterday.
aw, yay. So super glad to hear it. How's your dad holding up?
Dad's doing great. He's got he's there for my mom, right? Like all the time, and trying to cheer her up and trying to keep her stress level down and whatnot. And he's working a full-time job, and he's doing like Gakkai stuff. But the Gakkai community is there for him.
Okay.
Like he's going to people's houses, and like they are chanting for my mom's success in treatment.
Aww.
So
I don't know what a Gakkai is.
Soka Gakkai is the sect of Buddhism that I grew up in.
Okay.
It's the last Buddha was Nichiren Daishonin.
Okay.
And the Soka Gakkai International is the sect of Buddhism that studies his teachings.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I was not tracking. So
it's a long story.
that's okay. So what are you working on today? Are you working on anything? Are you chilling?
If I work on anything, I might go and actually work on some writing.
Craziness.
I might actually do that. I also have some like video editing I should do.
Okay.
But I don't know if I can run StreamYard and iMovie simultaneously.
I know my laptop would be like, nope.
Yeah, I know, right?
So Lizzie just had her laptop give her the blue screen of death while the document was open with the flash drive in. Oh my goodness. That's yeep. Luckily, only wrote 174 words today and backed up last night, so should be okay. Fingers crossed, nobody likes a blue screen of death moment.
Oh my God. That makes my heart stop. Oh my God.
You're making me want to email copies of my stuff to a few more people.
I know, right?
Because I have it on this laptop and I have it on my Google Drive, but I don't know that I have it elsewhere. So if I lose access to my account at my laptop.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. Well, hopefully it reboots and everything's, I was trying to think of a really kitschy way of saying A-okay, but my mind went blank. I'll fix it in edits. It'll be fine. I'm a writer, not a stand-up comedian. We don't have to be great at improv. We just have to be good at making it look like we meant that. Like cats, right?
I know, right? I also wrote my death plan last week.
Okay.
And I need to send it to my lawyer and my husband. So I'll probably be doing that.
I don't have a death plan. I think mine is basically everything goes to my sister. Because I don't have kids, I don't have a spouse, and so
that's the estate will. But my advanced directives were basically like, if I were to be in the hospital and not be able to speak for myself, not be able to respond in any way, these are my wishes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that my mother dies before me, because natural order of things. Not anytime soon. Neither of us are planning on kicking it, but I would like to be cremated, and my mother does not like that idea.
Oh.
But I don't like the idea of what was once my body rotting in a box. So
cremation for the win, honestly.
Right? Versus, I have some claustrophobia, and just like the thought of my body trapped in, some semi-preserved state in a sealed box for
there is some muddy territory when it comes to embalming too. Yeah.
So I'm just like that's not my game plan.
Yeah. It's also really expensive.
Yeah. My dad doesn't want to do the DNA tests and stuff like that, but he said when he dies I can run him through one of those DNA tests for ancestry stuff.
Cool.
Because my mom's side, both my aunt and my uncle on my mom's side have both had it done. So I have all my DNA on that side.
Right on.
But I don't carry a Y, so I can't get that DNA from myself. And all of my dad's natural born children that came from him were girls. So
yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. All my brothers are adopted and half and whatever. So yeah, I want to know that side. And I gave him a DNA thing for Christmas one year, and he was like, I'm not using that. So we regifted it to his son, so my brother. Because Kev was like, I'm curious. I'd like to know what sort of DNA markers I have from,
from wherever in the world and whenever on the timeline. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Dad, okay. It was a very awkward conversation. Hey, Dad, when you die, can I get you tested?
Oof.
But yeah, he's like, I don't want them to have my data and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm part of the Mid-Atlantic Twin Registry. They've got 12 vials of my blood on file.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you have a problem with it.
So,
but it is at a point where, like, you got to get the father or the brother or, like, a male
relative
to do it, to really get some good results.
Exactly. So I'm really relieved that, my mother's only brother got tested,
Yeah.
So we've got that whole side of the family. But
cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
I don't know what Dad's, death plans are, which, considering he just had quadruple bypass surgery.
Oh, I would talk about it at least a little bit.
We've talked around it, but he doesn't give me exact details or anything. And that's
right, of course, he's being avoidant.
Yeah. So, and also it's a little awkward because he used to want to be cremated and mixed in with his late wife's ashes, but he's repartnered. So where does that fit?
Where? Yeah.
Little fraught. So Doc says that he thought the issue with those things is by having the company trace your genetics. You also have to give them ownership of your genetic code. Not quite. I think it's more the data about your genetic code, not the genetic code itself.
Yeah.
It's data. So, Doc said that there are some weird and unclear things in their contracts. And that's true. But it's a new science, and I just my dad's side were Ukrainian Jews, and I'd like to know that family heritage because we don't have much.
Right. I'm in a similar boat, though my mom's family have been really super into genealogy anyway. So we can go back. We can go back to Germany like 1200.
Oh wow.
My SCA persona is actually one of my ancestors.
That's awesome. my grandmother got back to the 1700s when that side came over,
but anything before then,
because it was like a tiny church and it burned down or something.
Oh, that sucks.
But like Morgan Hazelwood's my pen name. Hazelwood is like a family name, and so
Right on, right on.
So yeah.
My dad's side, like, we have some heirlooms
Mm-hmm.
that are like hundreds and hundreds of years old that the family has passed down.
Right.
But we don't know how far back it goes.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese side, we have a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But the American side, like, we could have Blackfoot in there somewhere. We could have Welsh. We could have German. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mutt.
My dad
American.
and myself are mutts.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So Eva says she goes on binges into true crime. They find suspects and such off DNA from people in the family tree. I don't think I have too many criminals in my family, and if so, they deserve to be caught. I guess is my stance on that. Eva says that she finds it fascinating and will do hers sometime, and has done her ancestry with the people paper history, but not with DNA.
Right on. Yeah.
Only thing passed down in my fam are daddy issues. That's not totally uncommon. So, well, did we want to try and get some words in?
Sure.
Okay, let me set this. I might also find a snack.
You know what? I might too.
Right? So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're back. I didn't do anything.
I sent off my death plan to the people that mattered, and I started watching a burlesque show.
I got snacks and finally read an article that I've had open on a tab for like a month and a half.
Month and a half, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, good.
I mean, obviously it was on my to-do list because I hadn't closed that tab yet. So
yeah, indeed.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so popping into the comments, let's see. Doc's sister-in-law did a bunch of family tree research. Lizzie put her book on OneDrive, so no more saving issues. Eva scrapped 2 objectives and added 1 small one in their place. 4 more objectives to go to hit tonight's goals. And Andy finished his edit on his short story. Now he just needs to do a read aloud. Me too. That's totally how I do when
that
I
is pretty much the state that I'm in with the book that I'm writing with BC. Is
awesome.
I'm doing the read aloud to see if the congruency is good and if any like sentences are wonky or anything like that.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Lizzie got 765 words. Snaps. Wow, that's a lot.
Considering that you had a screen of death, not 5 minutes before the sprint, I think.
Right?
I think you're melting faces, lady.
Oh my goodness.
Melting faces.
Right. Doc got 1,729 words edited, and Sir Richard shows off his prowess with a pistol.
Nice.
Bye, Lizzie. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your mac and cheese.
Have better luck with your laptop.
Right. Doc says his first edit and last edits are always read alouds.
Yep.
Sometimes not first. I don't know. It depends on how it went. The writing went.
Yeah, me too. Oh, sag glass. I have sag glass too.
Well, I'll fix it next sprint. So, and Sarah's internet just went crazy. Oh my goodness.
But welcome back.
Was Travis streaming stuff too? Is he using up all your bandwidth like a jerk face?
Preposterone.
Dun, dun, dun. No.
I have candy. I think I might eat it.
Oh, I should put away my candy before I eat any more of it. I had these Cadbury mini eggs.
Oh no!
And I couldn't just and I had an English muffin, and I couldn't decide if I wanted jelly on it or peanut butter, but I didn't want a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So I had the peanut butter one and then the jelly one.
That is a way of doing things.
Right? So Sarah said he had to restart the internet and it crashed her computer. Oh my goodness. I hope your edits were like at a save point when he did that finagling. Oh my goodness. And Doc says first edits are read aloud just to make sure the sentences aren't too long and they flow well.
So that's why I do it last.
Yeah, that's definitely why I do it last.
But if I'm doing the read aloud, I probably don't intend on doing another draft after that. I'll just make the changes as I go.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's kind of my sticking a pin in it. Like,
so I think one of the biggest differences for me between reading a book and reading for edits is when I'm reading a book, I'm finding out what's happening next. When I'm reading for edits, I am literally reading it aloud in my head, which isn't how I read, which I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else here. But
I do that. I do the same.
Okay. So yeah. Sarah reassured us she is a saving loony. All the edits are saved. Every time she takes her hands off the keyboard, there's the Control S.
Nice.
So Doc says he likes to fix it up front because if I have to change it, it can move a lot of things around. I mean, you are talking to the person who can't edit without copy editing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can be looking for developmental stuff, but I will be fixing up my line edits and copy, you know,
as you go.
Yeah, the line has to read smoothly. And especially if somebody else has edited my chapter and I go back through it, I always do a last reread to make sure it's still in my voice. It still sounds like something I would write.
Which is tricky when it comes to editing.
It is. But
when letting other people edit your work, like,
yeah.
Are they erasing your voice? Like,
I mean, sometimes they have lovely turns of phrase, but if you can't keep up that lovely turn of phrase, then is it going to seem very incongruous to the rest of the story?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, are you getting into your candy? Ooh, Sour Patch.
I bought like a 3-pound bag from Wish.
Oh, wow.
So the upside, lots and lots and lots of candy. The downside, the amount of trash it creates.
I could see that. Yep. So. Oh, I need more candy.
I would gladly give you some of this. I've got like Swedish fish and gummy bears and sour patches, and I might have something else left.
Oh, okay. What it actually mean is I'm out of my dark chocolate Lints, and I need my last one. So I have Easter candy and stuff in here, but
I got these truffles.
Okay.
That are fig flavored, but it's basically dark chocolate and straight up fig. There's no extra sugar.
That's weird.
It gets the job done.
Yeah.
Doc's right. All it does.
Right. Doc's right there with us. Lovely turn of phrase. Too bad none of my characters would say it that way. Doc has M&Ms. So, yeah. I also have jelly beans, but those are for the boyfriend, partially because he bought them and partially because I don't eat jelly beans. I had my Easter bunny very well trained. Chocolate and chocolate adjacents. No peeps and no jelly beans.
We'll see.
So, hello, Laura. Thanks for joining. Ooh, she just made some chocolate chip cookies.
And yes, it is a figgy truffle. That is exactly what it is.
Figgy truffle.
Well, there were like three Sour Patch Kids in that package.
A whole thing for 3 Sour Patch Kids. That's obnoxious. Andy, of course, is going to be ducking off probably at 6 to go eat dinner. No snacks this close to dinner. I get that.
I get you.
Sarah is right there with me. F peeps.
I don't like I think the sugar tastes like rocks.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the consistency. I don't like the flavor's too sweet. It makes my teeth hurt. I just never, like, not even as like a 5-year-old sugar addict, liked them. So
yeah, me either. I think I was more in love with the concept than the actual product.
Although apparently, according to Elton Brown, if you put salt on them, it makes them less bad.
Really?
Which I could see. I like the sweet salty combo, but not enough to put a peep in my face. So somebody else will have to do the science for us. Because it's not me. So let's see. Doc had a dungeon master who loved stale peeps. They would bribe her the week after Easter with a lot of peeps with holes punched in the packages. Sarah's like, I don't like marshmallows, but I'd rather eat a regular one than a peep.
I love marshmallows, and that's why I don't like peeps.
I'm okay with marshmallows. In, appropriate situations. And now I want to have hot chocolate with like half melted marshmallow in it.
Yeah.
Doc says the peep loving DM put them in her closet and let them get rock hard before she ate them. Sarah's like, I know people who like them stale too.
Gross.
And also D&D people.
Also D&D people, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the last thing I did before lockdown. I had Pie Day and game over at my friend Barton Terrace because we had our monthly D&D game, and it was the first one back after friggin'
like
New Year's
Christmas
Eve
and New Year's Eve, and
yeah. So, and that game's been happening since my niece, the first one, was born.
Whoa.
So, yeah. I mean, we had a TPK. We switched out a couple party members. We started a different system. I mean, but it's the same game.
It's the same. It's the same group, if nothing else.
Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
We swapped out 2 players. So.
Right on.
But it's also one of the only games I've ever had that we have more female players than male players.
Cool.
Right? So yeah. Although half the game is catching up from, the month before.
Yeah.
So yeah. I miss game. I miss Tara's pie.
Yeah.
Because she made one for Pie Day.
Oh, Laura needs a haircut. Oh no.
Okay. I've been trimming my own hair. I just like damp it down and then like put a clip right there and then flip it, go bloop, bloop, bloop. And I have fuzz in my hair. Okay. Mostly I'm on Livestream and I'm looking at my hair and I'm like, that's looking pretty ratty at the ends. So it's not too bad right now.
I have Greg do my sides.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because I can't see the back of my head.
Right? Hello, Spence.
Hi, Spence.
Are you baking anything delicious? Tell me more. Lee hasn't played D&D in years. Used to play 3 weekends a month.
Right on.
That's a lot. I used to have...
I'm in 3 games now, one of which I run.
Okay. I for years and years, I had a bi-weekly game as well, but
bi-weekly is hard. I'm trying to do that with my werewolf game, and it is hard.
Really?
I'm so used to doing it weekly so that everything is still kind of fresh on my brain, and people are still riled up to play, and all of that jazz. And my werewolf game, it's been like 6 weeks since we last played.
Oof. Yeah.
When you miss a game, that's 4 weeks gone by.
Hey, with the monthly, I have recaps including who got the killing shot of which character and whatever. So I'll be like, when we last saw our intrepid heroes, and then I'll read whatever my recap was from the last time.
Nice.
So it's like, where were we? Especially since it's monthly that, we'll skip a month or 3 here and there, even before pandemic.
Yeah.
So
Sage Gordon Davis is like in the before times she was a legal secretary.
Okay.
So she's the one like tracking the XP and taking notes and all of that jazz. So like every once in a while a Saturday will roll around at like 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, Sage, can I look at your notes?
Yeah, I'm not sure when we're gonna. I guess after vaccine, because our GM has been going into the office, and his wife is a teller at the bank, and she is thrilled by the number of people who are like, "Oh, let me pull down my mask to talk to you because I can't hear you. So clearly, me pulling my mask down will help me hear you better." And also, I can't count my money without licking each one. And she's like, and you're touching me with that. And they'll lean around the shield. She's like, I can't see anyone until this is over because, oh my God, the germ monsters at work.
Oh my God.
It's driving her crazy. But you know, what you gonna do?
What
Hand
can you
sanitize every 15 minutes. In between every customer, you
do?
know?
In between every customer.
That's rough. So Doc has been blessed by having more women than men in most of his gaming groups. Spence was not baking. She just got back from a swamp trek and is fiddling with the pictures because there were some really cool ones. That's
Nice.
awesome. Looking forward to seeing those. Andy's got a bi-weekly game Tuesday and Saturday evenings.
Oh, twice a week as opposed
I'm
to
already
once every 2 weeks.
so booked. I can't even imagine. And they've got good note takers, and it's their pattern these days, which I totally get. Totally respect.
That's cool.
And Laura is doing a magical budget right now to see if she could afford to move and get a puppy and pay off debt and build savings with current income. Looks like the possibility of a car is out the window.
Not if you want to do all those other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a one or the other sort of situation.
Yeah. Bank teller hands must be so dried out from the hand sanitizer. Yes.
Yeah.
Money dries your hands out. Like paper, if you do a lot of money or books and stuff, they pull moisture from your hands in the first place. So, and every other Tuesday and Saturday, we like having some. So is it Tuesday and Saturday 1 week and then 1 week off, or Tuesday 1 week, Sunday the next week? I'm a little.
Or Saturday the next week, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that one. So Spence says, I feel that. Let me just pull my mask down and lean around the shields thing from both sides. The struggle is real. My brain is like rude to talk through walls. Invisible wall is still a wall. Where's my hand sanitizer?
There's a couple on my server, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there are a couple on my server.
Ooh, nice. I lean
Got
closer.
some witch's butter and split trees and
Fun.
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So, is it time for another sprint?
Sure. Maybe I'll watch some masterclass.
Ooh, who's masterclass?
Neil Gaiman.
That was literally my first guess.
This is actually my second one. The first one was a makeup artist.
Oh, fun. Okay. Oh,
Which,
Andy says it's 2 in a week and then a week off and then 2 in a week. And it's 6 o'clock. So bye. Enjoy the dinner.
Enjoy the dinner.
So let's see. Lee says she has a hand cream that does not have an oily residue, made for knitters or those working with textiles.
Nice.
She probably has that and uses it religiously because she also knits and crafts and.
My dad was messing with that split tree, and if you listen very closely while you look at it, you can hear the shop. Stop.
So sometimes you can push over trees, especially like just past saplings, before they get really firmly established. And my boyfriend will only let me push over one tree per woods walk.
Why push over the trees?
Because,
Because you can?
because I can, and it's the woods, and if they're pushoverable, they're not that secure, and they're kind of on a floodplain, so
Okay.
they might fall over anyway. But I also feel really powerful when I push over trees. It's kind of like a power high. One of them, I had to get the it would spring back, and so I had to get into the rhythm and match it. And each time it went a little further and a little further, but you don't want to fall down the hill after it. So you got to be careful and push hard, but not too hard because you don't want to fall with it. And it's a little fraught, but it's a very exciting experience. If you're ever on someone's land and they let you push over a tree, I highly recommend it. But don't push them all over.
Don't push them all over.
No, saplings don't push over, and established trees don't push over. They got to be yeah. So, thank you for swinging by, Laura. Sorry for babbling about my tree pushing.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster. I'm like a monster. I'm knocking over trees.
You're knocking over trees.
So, okay, let's get our last sprint in. Are we ready?
I am ready.
2, 1, boom. And we're back. I wrote one sentence.
Cool. I was on a podcast about a week ago
Okay.
talking about the 6 tenets of chaos magic.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And I'm reviewing the MP3 of it before it goes into like processing. And I'm like, I feel this is technically the second recording that we did.
Okay.
And I'm feeling so much better about this one. Like, I just needed to do like some more diving into my subject before. Yeah. It was mostly good the first time, but I was like, I feel like I can make this better now.
Makes sense. So. Vince took a shower to recover from swamp walking. Yup. And Doc called me a tree mobster.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
I mean, if the leaf fits, wear it. I don't know.
I think I know where you were going with that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, Doc was on a roll. He edited 2,754 words. Sir Richard manages to get in to see the mysteriously elusive PG Holyfield.
Ooh.
I'm assuming there was a lot of dialogue for you to have gotten through 2,700.
Oh, yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. Oh, poor Spence. Mud and ice down my boot. It's kind of the worst.
Kind of the worst. Especially if you're wearing socks. Because then your socks get all muddy and they soak and they marinate your feet, and it's no bueno.
Yeah. Dr. Richard knew that, yes, the 2,700 words were lots of hilarious dialogue.
Awesome.
So.
So.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're already in March again. I was not ready for March.
Wow. Yeah, we're like a week into March.
Yup. Although officially not spring. Sorry, this is just a fidget. It's a wire cover.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
And so this was the cutoff bit, in case you're wondering why I'm holding a weird random
bit.
I pretty much always have a fidget.
Right
so
on.
Let's see. Eva's like, what did I say I did?
I already forgot what I did.
2 small sections to go before I'm into fine print and tweaks.
That's awesome. Getting closer and closer, Eva.
Living the dream. Finishing a piece. Doc says, no one can see PG Holyfield without an appointment. Why? Invisible? Oh my goodness. Cannot wait. I can't remember. Is Kindred of Kali book 2 or book 3? I think it's book 3. Book 2 is... No, this is book 2. Book 3 is the Air Pirate India romp, I think. Trying to remember. Eva asks or says it's a simplified version, but my focus is done now. DONE. I want to be done.
Yeah.
I feel that right here.
Yeah.
So. Spence reassured us that she did have clean and dry socks back at my mom's, which kept it from being miserable.
Good.
Yeah. Being able to shower helps too. Mm-hmm. I feel so bad for one of my characters in one of my stories who's fleeing in the wet part of fall and has to run through a creek at one point on day 1 of running away from home. So no showers available.
That sucks.
Yeah. So let's see. Eva says, moving into vaccine era 2021. Got a write-a-thon and Camp Nano thing coming up. Want to write and be off the comp when I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, computer. Yes. We're not talking about comp novels here. I don't understand this off the computer thing. I just live here.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday my computer became a TV. That basically, I finished at 8 o'clock, and I was spent. Brain was mush, pure mush, and I was like, I need to have an alcoholic drink and talk with a friend, like, you know, so I can see their face, and then I'm gonna sleep. Yeah.
Seriously.
And then my cat woke me up at 7:30, and I was like, no, get out of here.
Cats don't understand weekends very well.
He's doing that thing where he's doing it earlier and earlier again. And I'm thinking if I feed him around midnight, like, he is less likely to harass me in the morning.
So, do you want me to devastate your week? Do you know what happens next Sunday?
Spring forward? Yeah. Yeah, but it's Ostara. So spring forward.
True. But yeah, I hate losing that hour of sleep. My sleep schedule has gotten really bad. I'm rolling into work at like 11. I mean, it's been pretty light. I have had no meetings or anything last week. But I've been going to bed at like 3 or 4, which isn't what you want to do going into A, I'm starting a new project any day now, and B, just before we spring forward.
Yeah.
It's not great. So anyway, Doc reassures us that Kindred of Kali is book 2 because book 3 is the Viking air pirates over Southeast Asia.
Nice.
Sarah says, don't matter what I'm doing. I have very few local friends, so I'll be on the computer.
Yeah.
Spence says, today was a great day for not being on the computer. She definitely lives on the internet, so being out and about in the mud is always a welcome vacation.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Right. Eva says, I don't have any local or virtual What are we? Chopped liver? But the toddler is definitely easier to wear out outside.
Yeah.
I get that. Doc would like to remind all of us that the Germantown Writers Guild meeting is next Sunday.
Right on.
So thank you.
I don't know if I can make it. I think I am.
Sure. Yeah. For those
I'm actually making a trip and staying overnight at a friend's house. She's vaccinated, so
nice. You get out of the house.
Yeah. And like taking photos and stuff. Like,
fun.
What?
Yeah. For those who aren't local, Germantown is one of the DC suburbs in Maryland, basically. And Doc runs an accountability support group. Is how I'd categorize it. Eva doesn't want to have to be on the computer, just to clarify.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And Doc says we might be chopped liver, but we're the expensive kind. Too bad I don't actually like liver. It's a problem. Eva says, my arse is going to be watching true crime or playing Stardew Valley, but that isn't the same.
Yeah, it's not.
True facts. But speaking of time, it is after 6:30. My words are not flowing, so I think I'm ready to peace out and figure out dinner.
It's a good call.
So thank you for joining me, Sako.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Always. Did you want to do your outro?
Sure. Howdy, Howlers. I'm Sako Toomey, also known as the Witch of Tilwith and also known as Voit, and also known as. Yeah, I got a lot of names. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you would like to market yourself as an author, you can find me at this channel and drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am a querying fantasy writer, and I blog writing tips and writerly musings on morganhazelwood.com, YouTube/Morgan Hazelwood, or if you want to just listen to me ramble, I've got a podcast called Writing Tips and Writerly Musings that you can find all the linkies at morganhazelwood.fireside.fm. So thanks for coming. I'll be back again at 4:30 Eastern next Sunday for the same sort of chillaxing jam. Bye. Have a good week.
Bye. Oh, that's one way to do it.